Hey guys, welcome back. Today's kettlebell video is not the follow along kind, although I will make another one of those if you guys want one. Just put in the comment box below that you would like that and I'll make one of those. But today is the one that I'm just going to show you a handful of different exercises to work the complete body and get the heart rate going. It can build muscle too if you use enough weight, but you got to make it challenging for that to happen. But regardless, it's going to get the heart rate going, so that's good as well. So it'll burn some calories, burn some body fat, and be an overall good workout. All right, on this first one, I'm going to be using a 20-pound kettlebell. You could use lighter, you could use heavier, but of course, just be mindful that the heavier you use, the harder it's going to be. I'm going to start with a two-hand kettlebell swing, so you want your feet wider than shoulder width apart. Keep the back straight. You're going to be bending at the hips or the waist, and thrusting your hips forward as I make the weight go. So I'm not actually using my arms very much at all. I'm coming up quickly, thrusting my hips forward. In general, you want to try for 10 to 15 reps or 30 seconds, and continue to the next exercise. I can also, of course, do this one arm at a time. Same concept, making your hips, glutes, thighs do all the work. And then you could always switch to the other side. And once again, you could do it for reps. Once again, in general, 10 to 15 repetitions. You could go to 20 reps if you want to. 30 seconds, try it for a minute. Most of that would just simply depend upon your current fitness level, what size weight you're using, how your heart rate's going. And of course, as a disclaimer, always get your doctor's approval. If you're not currently exercising and you're about to start one, definitely get your doctor's approval first. All right, this one's a pretty tough one. This is gonna be the Kettlebell Figure 8. So go as fast as you feel comfortable. You can also try in different directions. I like to go from the front to the back. And notice how I'm swaying in each direction, because this kettlebell is a lot harder than I am. So I definitely don't want to smack my shins. Hit my calf wouldn't be as bad, but I'm going to sit there and curse like a sailor if this hits my shin. So that's going in that direction. And of course this is going in the opposite direction. So I come back to the front. And of course, alternate sides. This next exercise is a tough one because it's tough by itself, makes it even tougher using a kettlebell. But ask yourself, who doesn't love burpees, right? So on this one, I'm going to involve the kettlebell and combine it with the burpee. The key is when you go down not to have that near your face. You don't want to knock out your teeth or break your nose. At least I don't. So I'm going to go slow to start. Hands down, do my push-up, up with feet wide, grab the kettlebell, and lift. I'm choosing not to jump on this one. So just down. Alright, this one's called a goblet squat. So I'm going to hold the handle by the horns here. Wide stance, notice it's wider than my shoulder width. Toes out slightly, keeping it close to my chest. Down as far as I feel comfortable, straight up. Just like with every exercise on this one, I'm breathing in on the way down, exhaling as I go to the top. Alright, on this next one is one of my favorite kettlebell exercises because it's a tough one when you use a heavier weight. This one's a 20-pounder. I usually don't use that quite a heavy. I could go heavier, but it really depends on how my attitude is that day. So I'm gonna show you this one. So I like to hold it on the back of my wrist so my thumb doesn't have to work too hard to hold it in the front. Okay? So what we do, we have to start lying on the ground. So I start low, grab my kettlebell. Okay, so you can start in a neutral position, bring the foot in, I have to rest on my forearm. As I raise, keep the weight above me. Up to the hand, tuck my leg back behind, and stand. And the exact same thing on the way down. Leg slides through, and down. So that's the Turkish get up. Doing 10 to 15 per side is pretty tough on that one. I would recommend shooting for 3 to 5 on each side. I mean, if you're more ambitious, you could certainly do more than that. But if you're doing it as part of a kettlebell workout, I would recommend doing this one because it's a full body exercise closer to the beginning of the workout or in the middle. Once again, unless you really want to kick your butt, you could save it for the end. But that's where you might limit yourself and the number of repetitions because you still want to use good form. And of course, don't let the kettlebell come down and hit you in the head because that would be bad. All right, on this next one is a chest press, but it only is going to work the chest a little bit. However, I could kind of trick the exercise into making me work more on my chest. So I'm going to hold it by the base of the kettlebell, so my thumbs are still around the horn here. Feet a little bit wider to shoulder width apart, that's just for stability. Keep your core active and engaged, keeping it close to the chest. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend outwardly, bring it back in. Now once again, to activate more of those pectoral muscles, the chest muscle fibers, I can squeeze in as I push out. So I breathe in, exhale, breathe in, and exhale. Once again, keeping that core engaged. Try to keep your arms parallel to the floor. And once again, to make it a little tougher, I could squeeze in. Yep. Of course, depending on how heavy your kettlebell is, it will definitely dictate how challenging this exercise is. Yep, just like that. So that was a handful of kettlebell exercises. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you have, thank you for doing so. I appreciate it, and enjoy the rest of your day. And if you have any other requests, just like this one came from a request, so I made this video. If you have any other exercise requests or martial arts or health and wellness, don't be shy, just put them in the comment box below. Contact me that way, and I'll try to make the video. All right, thanks. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.